Okay, let me start. I believe you are ready. Okay, I believe you are ready to go. Okay, so let me start. Okay, I'm gonna record all the meetings again. Once again, I'm gonna record all the meetings and upload okay, on my YouTube channels. On my YouTube channel. Okay, so if you miss anything, you can find your record and then you can make up. Okay, you can make up. Okay? If you need me, just let me know anytime, immediately. Okay. All right. So the last time, in the last time, we talked about a couple of topics, right? A couple of topics. The first one, number of jobs. Okay, how to create jobs in the medical device sector. We talked about that. Okay. In the second topic, we talked about corporate venture capital as a real options. We talked about CVC and real options. Real options what? Multiple stage decision making. It is really helpful to understand your business, also to understand your life, ordinary issues in your life. So we've done, okay? We've done two topics, four papers, okay? And this time we're gonna start chapter one. All right, new chapter, the textbook. Okay. Before we go, I just want to make sure everyone has a good connection. Your audio, video, everything's okay, and say yes. Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Harvey. Okay. All right. Great. So let's talk about strategy management. Chapter one. Chapter one. This chapter, the first chapter, is all about the definition of strategy. Okay, strategy management. So if you understand very simple definition of strategy management and some components in the strategy management, some components, that's it. No problem. Okay, that's it. So the definition and some components of strategy management. Actually, we want to talk about three components. That's it. If you understand it, done. Okay? Very easy and simple topic. So, strategy management, create competitive advantage. But let me make sure your team is very important to determine your learning. Okay? So if you are not in the team, it's a problematic. Okay? It's a problem. Okay? So if you have any issue with the team, please let me know. Okay? You should be in a team, your own team. Okay? And capsim simulations. Based on my observations in the previous two meetings, okay, I designed your simulations, okay, on the capsim.com, okay. You can visit capsim.com, you can register and navigate our class. You can search my class, okay, by my name, a course title, or industry code F141899. Okay? So my recommendation is very simple. Start it as soon as possible. Okay? This is not a simple game. Think about that. You run your own company. Okay? This is not simple at all. You need to take care of a lot of factors. Okay? A lot of numbers. Okay? You should be familiar with the game first. Then you can play the game, okay, efficiently and effectively. Okay, so probably there is a fee, okay, like $50. Yes, okay? So you need to register and navigate the simulation as soon as you can. Okay, that is my recommendations, advice at this point. Okay? The earlier, the better. Okay, this is not a simple game. Many corporate experts, okay, managers actually doing this. Okay? So you have a good chance to do with them. Okay? in these simulations. So your team, there are 6 teams. We have 6 teams actually. So there are team names on the simulations. So team 1 is a team Andrew in the simulation. Team 2, Baldwin. Team 3, Chester. Team 4, Digby. Team 5, Ellie. Team 6, and oh, it's a Ferris. Okay. Team 6 is Ferris, not programmed. Okay. So team 6, Ferris. Okay. So please assign, when you register, okay, please assign yourself in your team. Your team. Team 1, Andrew. Team 2, Baldwin. Team 3, Chester. Team 4, Digby. Team 5, Ellie. Team 6, Ferris. Okay. Any question, comments? All right, let's move. My internet is really slow. I'm not sure if this is my the internet connection is issues, but it's this program is issues. I'm talking with the IT department to fix it, but it's very slow. It's a problem. So, all right. So, some students asked me about worm keys, so let's talk about that. All right, worm keys. So you are supposed to read the chapter in advance. This is the first chance you observe the materials. Okay, this is the second chance. Worm keys. Worm keys. Worm keys is not for your test. Okay. Actually, this is a tool to lead your discussions. Okay. Your discussions. Okay. So we want to take it. Then actually focus on your discussion rather than this is not a test. This is how they say this is a test, but this is not the main purpose. Is not test to lead your discussions. Okay, so let's take a one case, the first chapter. So please go ahead on Canvas, okay? And under the case, now you can find chapter one one keys. Chapter one one keys. Okay. I publish it, chapter one keys. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. Please go ahead on Canvas. Take the one keys, chapter one keys. Okay. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. When you're done, please let me know. Just type done. Okay. I'm not gonna waste our time. Good luck. Alright, it's great. Many people are done already. I am not sure about audio issue, Jacob. Hmm. Okay, alright, sounds better. Okay, so anybody needs more time? Okay, please go ahead. Okay, no problem. Dominic, Harvey, please go ahead. Take your time. Okay, so Berry campus also has some, the connection issues, internet issues. I understand that. Who has a connection issue. Jacob has, it seems to. Okay. All right. Keegan done. Melody done. Jacob done. Okay. All right. Dominic done. All right. If you need more time, please take your time. Okay. Take your time. We have still 3 minutes. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about strategic management. Okay. So chapter one is all about the definition of strategic management and some components. That's it. Okay. Number one, strategic management consists of analysis, decisions, and actions an organization undertakes in order to create and sustain competitive advantage. True or false? Ethan says yes, it's true. Yeah. And Dominic, yeah, it's true. Okay, Jacob says, yeah, it's true. Okay, so this is the most important statement in this chapter, the definition. Definition. Strategic management consists of what? Analysis, decisions, actions. Analysis, your environments. Okay? Analysis means your environments. External, internal, and resource. Okay? External environment you cannot control. Internal environment you can control. Resource what you have. You analyze this. Yeah, you analyze this. Based on your analysis, okay, you have strategy, decisions, decisions. We are going to talk about in the next chapters 3 levels of strategy: departmental level, functional level, and business level, and corporation level. 3 levels of strategies. These are decisions. And then we're going to talk about your actions, implementation of strategy. Okay? But it is very hard to generalize your implementation because each company, think about that, each organization has its own specific situation. So that's why we want to use simulation. We practice. practice, not discuss. Practice your implementation of strategy, your actions. Okay? All right. So we are going to talk about analysis, your environments, decisions, your strategies, actions, and implementations. Okay. This is fundamental things we will take care of in this semester. Okay. For what? For what? Why we are talking about this? Analysis, decisions, and actions. Why we are talking about this? Anybody? Okay, Dominic. We are going to talk about analysis, decisions, actions. We are going to talk about strategy. Why? Anybody? Why we care about this? Why do we analyze environments? Why do we set up strategy? Why do we implement strategy? Why? Anybody? Please go ahead. Why? Competitive advantage. Dominic. Great. Jacob. Great. Lois, please complete your typing. I want to see what you're talking about. Yes, competitive advantage. Better perform. Better performance. Why do you care about all of this? Better performance. Competitive advantage. Doing better than others. Okay, strategy management is always coupled with competitive advantage. Okay? So think about that. In your in your 4 years, okay, in the business school, you learned a lot of things. HR, finance, marketing, what? Accounting, okay? Whatever. Why? Why did you learn this? To have better performance. Better performance. Competitive advantage. To have a better performance. Competitive advantage. Okay? So everything is related to the better performance. Okay? So strategy management is a link between your plan, okay, actually your knowledge, and your performance, okay, your business. Okay. I talked about this. Okay. This class is a real, not just a class. You learn a lot of things in the business school. For what? To have better performance in your future job, right? Okay. So it is a strategy management. So strategy management is a long-term plan to analyze your environments, your resource, and to formulate your strategy and to take some actions, implement your strategy for what? Competitive advantage. doing better than others, better performance. So in your mind, always, why do you care about this? Because I wanna have a better performance. Okay, so you need to link this. Right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dominic Jacob Lewis. Okay? Number two, strategy management is concerned with analysis of strategic goals as stated in the vision, mission, and strategic objectives of a firm. True or false? Yeah, that's pretty good, previously. Okay. How do you distinguish? How do you distinguish vision, mission, and strategic objectives? Anyone? How do you tell? How do you distinguish vision, mission, and strategic objectives? We use these words a lot. Even Berry College has its own specific vision, mission, and strategic objectives. But how do you distinguish this? Does anyone go ahead? Vision, mission, strategic objectives. How do you distinguish these concepts? Vision is the long term, mission is the middle, strategic objectives are short term. Wow, it's pretty creative, Jacob. Thank you so much. Okay. Right. Vision, simply speaking, what you will be. Okay. A vision is what you will be. Okay. Mission, what you are. Okay. What you are. And strategic objectives, yes, objectives, goals. Okay. Strategic goals. Okay. Vision, where you will be. Okay. Vision, where you will be. Okay. Mission, what you are. What you are. And strategic objectives, goals. Okay. These are the way you can distinguish this. But many people confuse this. Even in the statement of Berry College, vision, mission, strategic objectives, they're confused too. You will see it. You will see it. Okay. All right. And number three. Thank you, Jacob. Management innovations such as total quality, just-in-time, benchmarking, business process reengineering, and outsourcing are important. Okay, these are the topics of what you recognize as right operation management, short terms, okay, short term techniques, but not enough for building sustainable competitive advantage. Yes, it's very true because these are short-term techniques. So many people can imitate, okay, very easily. All right. So think about that. Total quality, just-in-time benchmarking. These are like a famous techniques. Okay. Then your competitors can imitate this. That means you cannot have sustainable competitive advantage. I mean, long-term competitive advantage. To have long-term sustainable competitive advantage, you need to have your own strategy. You need to have your own market. Okay? You will learn this from the simulations. Okay, so I just at this point, okay, operation management, short-term focus is quite different from long-term focus strategy management. Okay, I just want to make sure this. All right, number four. Strategy management is only concerned with a short-term perspective. No, it's not true. Yeah, it's a long-term perspective. Okay, number five. The final realized strategy of a firm is a combination of deliberate and emergent strategy. Yes, it's true. It's true. Okay. So it it is important to understand this. Okay, so the current strategy, the realized strategy, is a combination of deliberate, okay, your own strategy, and emergent strategy. So that means what? Strategy is what? Process, dynamic. Strategy is changing, deliberate, and emergent strategy. Combined, you have your own strategy. And you go to the next step. Okay? So when you go step by step, okay, your strategy is changing. It should be, because your environment is changing. Your market is changing. Okay? So your market is changing, your environment is changing, then you don't change, you cannot survive. This is, what is a process, dynamic. Strategy is not static. Strategy is a dynamic. So you will learn this from your simulation too. Think about that. You will run a company in your simulation for 8 years, regular competition round, 8 years. Okay? Your market is changing because your competitors are changing. Okay? They are moving. Then your market is moving. Then, based on these movements, you need to be consistent with these movements too. Okay? That's why your strategy should be changing always, always. That's why we say strategy is a process, not just a single step. Okay? Not a single step. Okay? Dynamic. Okay? All right. Then, number 6, corporate level strategy addresses how firms compete and outperform their rivals, as well as achieve and sustain competitivity. Probably some students are confused with this. I talked about 3 levels of strategy, right? Departmental level, business level, corporation level. Departmental level is all about efficiency, better perform, efficiency. Okay? Business level, how to compete in a single business unit, how to compete. And corporate level, where to compete with a multiple business units, So this is about what? How firms compete and outperform their rivals. This is a business level strategy, not corporation level strategy. So after we talk about environments and your resource, then we are going to talk about 3 levels of strategy: business level and corporation level. Then we are conclude with the simulations. This is a design of this class. Okay. Number 7, the entrepreneurial activity. Wow, it's a big topic. Entrepreneurial activity aimed at new value creation is not a major engine for economic growth. No, it's not. It's false. It's a major engine. Almost 90% of jobs are created by entrepreneurial activity. Okay, so it's false. Number 8, stakeholders. Stakeholders are any people who are involved with your business. Okay, these are stakeholders. Okay, so as a business leader, okay, your job is very simple. You harmonize the interest of your stakeholders. This is a business leader. Okay, so this is a stakeholder management. So stakeholders make various claims on a company. Okay, their interest must be taken into account in the strategy manual. Sure, it should be. This is a good example of stakeholder management. Okay, all right, great. Any question, comment? Very simple topic. Okay, but these are fundamental ideas of strategy management. So it's not about your knowledge, but it's about your perspective to look at your business. Okay? Any question, comment about work case? Discussions. Nice. All right, then let's move. So no question, no comment. All right, this is how we perform on a case. So you are supposed to read a chapter, then you're supposed to think about your chapter case. Okay, then we do follow keys. Okay, then let's move. All right, learning objectives. So basically, we are going to talk about definitions of strategy management and some components. That's it. Very, very simple topic. Chapter 1, just definitions. Okay. And where we are here, chapter 1. Okay. So next time, we're going to talk about external, internal environments and about some resources. Okay. So we talk about analysis first. All right. Today class activity is your chapter case. You already read this case and you have your own answers, right? Okay. Lens and case. Actually, I was a big fan of lens end, okay? About 10 years ago. Then I just suddenly recognized, wow, their products are changing, okay, very, very quickly. Then I didn't find anything I can, try. So it was so fast actually. Okay. I was one of their customers. Okay. Lens end, very interesting case. Okay. So you are okay, already you read that case. So you are gonna have your team meetings. Okay. Then please share your perspective, your answers with your teammates, and be ready to talk about these two questions as a whole group, okay, in your team, okay? So be ready to talk about that. So I'm gonna create your breakout rooms, okay? 6, then I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Now please go ahead, join with your team, okay? And discuss these two questions and be ready to talk about these questions briefly as a whole group. Okay? Okay? As a whole group. Okay? Please go ahead. All right, great. Welcome back. All right, great. How was your discussion, Emma?
It was good.
It was good. All right, great, great.
Hmm.
Okay. So in a team meeting, you can talk about anything actually. If you have extra time, you can talk about your simulations or whatever. Okay, you can use your time. Okay, in your own way. All right, great. So let's talk about lens and the case. Lens and the case. Okay. So again, lens and has what very what drastic shift in their strategies. Okay. I was one of their customers. I experienced the change of their strategy. Then I'm not anymore their customer. Okay. All right. So the first question: what actions could Miss McKelney have taken to improve lens and prospect for success in the marketplace? Anybody? Please go ahead.
Well, I thought that one thing that she could have done is like not make as many drastic changes right away. But instead, because I know she wanted to turn Lands End into like more luxury, that she could have slowly done it by like making it a line of clothing within Lands End and then making it a sub brand later on so that like what she's worked on in the past could change Lands End, but instead she changed everything way too fast, in my opinion.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Emma and your team. Right? Okay, Emma and the team. Okay. Thank you so much. So, drastic change, it was a problem. So, at this point, I was thinking about three steps we already talked about: analysis, decisions, and actions. Analysis, internal, external resource environments. Okay? Then formulate strategy, decisions, then implementations. Okay? Strategic management process. Probably, if you feel, oh, this is too fast, too drastic, probably their analysis at a problem. Okay, so strategy is a long-term plan. So sorry, you cannot, okay, you cannot go fast, something like that. Okay, so analysis is a very important. Okay, so probably based on Emma's comment, I was thinking about Miss McKinney's. Okay. Oh, we need to take time to have a better analysis about the market. Then they didn't. They didn't know. Okay? Actually, me as a customer. That was what I was thinking about. All right, great. Thank you so much, Emma. Any other idea? Any other comment?
Um,
Um, our group talked about for the first question,
Okay.
the change is not necessarily bad, but how fast she decided to change and also how she went away from like the traditional, more like outdoorsy, baggy kind of like clothing style. Like if she had just done it a lot slower, it would have been better. And also not like criticize the old style because I feel like that lost a lot of her customer base and her old customers who preferred that style.
All right. Thank you so much, Harvey. Great point. Great point. Okay, think about this. Speed, pace of change was very important. Yes, many people can say so. Okay. Then we talked about. Thank you so much, Harvey. Good point. We talked about your options. Your options. Why they made a decision just one time, drastically. Why? They didn't need to do it. Okay? They had, they already had their customer base, right? Then they didn't give up this customer base. Then actually they could apply what real option perspective. First, they just make small toe investment, okay? Something like in a new market. we just try this small and experimental things, okay? Strategic initiatives. Then if it is successful, they can drastically move in that way. This is a real option, right? Okay? So as a hobby point of that, pace is very important. And also they have their traditional customer base. They need to attack a new market. So they could use the real options perspective. Then they adjust their pace. They didn't need to give up the traditional customer base. Okay? They still able to try new markets. Okay? Wow, that's good. Thank you, Avi, and your team. Okay. Thank you so much. Any other comments? Any other idea? It's good. That's good.
Um, we kind of said just about everything they said, but another thing to add was there probably would have been better decisions being made if it was more than just one person making those decisions. So like if she had someone else like helping her, run the lands in.
Communications. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. And team. Communications. Okay. Actually, Lens and this company wanted to have a rapid change by Miss Marchiani, the board members. That's why they hired Miss Marchiani. And Miss Marchiani knew this, but still, okay, her background is very limited. Okay? So probably some people help her to better understand this market and what better strategy. So analysis was problematic, and also the strategy was problematic. So in terms of strategy management, it's not good. Smart candidates. Okay. This time was not good. Also, my point is probably some students who have a finance background, agency cost issues, agency problem. Most of you already do this. Okay, principals and agents, their interests are different. For example, the board members, the company, Land's End, and Miss Makani, and their interests are different. So Miss Makani, something like a private bathrooms in both offices. Okay? Because Miss Makani, I'm an agent. I can spend my money for my own. But corporations and people don't like it. Okay? These are agent cost issues. I like my private bathrooms, but I'm not gonna do that. Something like that. Because it's not good. Right? Not many people like it. So there are some agency cost issues too. Okay. So when you push your own strategy, you need to think about the direction. Okay. And also you need to think about pace. Okay. These are okay, the actually the points you can get from your discussions. Your discussion, not my discussions. Great. Great. Very nice. Very impressive. I love it. I love it. Okay. Any other comment? Okay, then let's move. The second question. Did Lens End make the right choice in selecting her for the CEO position? Why not? This is an open question. Yeah? Please go ahead. Any team? How do you think about it? Anyone? Please go ahead. Did Lens End make the right choice with her or not?
It seems like they maybe had a good idea because she was willing to make some big changes, but they weren't successful. So it seems like no, they didn't make the right choice.
All right, Brad. Many people will believe this, right? Will agree with this. Okay? Actually, they felt, they needed the drastic change in their strategy, but actually it turned out they need to adjust their pace. But that is pretty much about the perspective on this issue. Thank you, Brad. Any other comments? Any other idea? Any other comments? Please go ahead. Yeah, it's a pretty simple topic. Okay, pretty simple topic and straightforward. Okay, good discussions. Good discussion. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so this is how we do class activities. Your discussions. Okay, so you discuss with your team and as a whole. Okay, so think about that. Okay? This class, because this is the first chapter. Okay, you are supposed to read the chapter the first time. And then you need to think about your chapter case second time. And then at the beginning of the class, you will take the one key third time. And then you have class activities fourth time. Then I'm going to summarize this chapter for fifth time. So we are going to do very casually, okay, simple things. Okay? Just casual conversations. That's it. Okay? But we are going to do again and again on the topics. Then you gradually observe what you need to talk about. Okay? Why? Because you become a business leader, not student. You're not student anymore. If you learn something, you need to use this in your business, in your future job. Okay? So we are practice this and again. Okay? Great, good discussions. I love it. Very impressive. Okay? All right, so let's move. So any question, any other comment about the lens and the case? Can I move? Please say yes. No question, no comments? Okay. Then at this time, I want to just summarize. I just want to talk about some points. That's it. I'm not going to replicate your chapter, okay? Your textbook, you just read it. I'm not going to replicate. So, strategy management. Again, we talked about this. Analysis. Your internal, external environments, your resources. Okay? Decisions, your strategy. 3 levels of strategy. Okay? Departmental, and business level and corporate level. Okay? And actions about implementations. We're not going to generalize. We cannot actually generalize the implementation of the strategy. That's why we are going to use simulation. We are going to practice. How to implement your strategy. Okay? In the real business. Okay. Okay, 2 fundamental questions. Competitive advantages. We talked about this. Why we care about everything. Strategy management, competitive advantage, better performance. Okay. Operational effectiveness. Short-term techniques are different from strategic management because short-term techniques, operational effectiveness are easily imitated, then you don't have a sustainable competitive advantage in the long term. That's why you need to have your own strategy. Okay? Your own strategy, your own market, your own strategy. You will learn this from your simulations. Key attribute stakeholders, we talked about that. Anyone who is involved with your business, stakeholders. Your job is what? As a business leader, your job is what? Harmonize the interest of stakeholders. This is a stakeholder management. Okay? Then you have efficiency, effectiveness. Managers need to be ambidextrous, short-term efficiency, long-term effectiveness. Harmonize this. Operation management and strategy management. Okay, juggling with this. Okay? And strategy is a process, dynamic, okay? Always changing, okay? Not static. Okay? So usually your strategy, you have your own strategy, come up, okay? A new strategy, then combination of this, you have realized strategy. Okay? So look at this. Intended strategy and emergent strategy, and you have combination of this realized strategy. Okay, that's why strategy is always dynamic. Okay, it should be. I want to emphasize this. Strategy should be dynamic because your market is changing, your competitors are changing. Actually, everything is changing. If you don't change, you cannot survive. That's why you should change. It's all about strategy. Strategy is a process. We talked about vision, mission, strategy, objectives, right? Vision, well, you will be. Okay, vision, what you are, strategy, objective, goals. Okay, then environments are about external, internal resources. We will talk about in the next chapters. This. Okay? And three levels of strategy: functional is the same as departmental level, and business level, corporate level. International level, we're not going to talk about this a lot because this is very important topic. But every business, think about that. These days, every business is an international business. So you don't need to distinguish this from other business. That's why I just de-emphasize international level. Okay? All right, implement strategy implementations. We are not going to talk about with a textbook. Okay? Textbook doesn't help a lot with this. Okay? We are gonna do strategy implementation with the simulations. Okay? Rather than discuss this, okay, we are gonna practice the implementation of strategy because you will be a business leader, okay? Business manager. So you need to practice. You need to link what you learned, what you knew, and in your business. Okay? All right. And corporate governance, you just read this. Then, right, stakeholder management again. Zero sum or symbiosis? Yes, symbiosis. It should be pursued symbiosis. Social responsibility is getting more and more important these days. Okay? Triple bottoms in your textbook. You just read it, then you can understand that. I'm not gonna replicate this. Okay? And vision, mission, strategy, objectives, we already talked about that. Oh, this is the Berry College. Actually, it has its own vision, mission, and also strategy objectives. Yeah, strategy objectives. You just read this, okay? And then you will recognize, oh, they confused a little bit, okay? Vision, again, where we will be. Okay? Mission, what we are, okay? And strategy objectives, our goals, okay? Then many people are confused about this, okay? No worries, okay? But still we need this. Why? Because it helps to communicate what we really are thinking about our organizations and how others. Okay? So communication between me and people. So vision, mission, strategy objectives are still needed. Okay? But many people are confused about definitions, how to use this. All right, this is, yes, pretty much about the first chapter. We're done. Any question, any comments about the first chapter? All right, it's a pretty much simple, okay? Simple topic, all right? So I just want to make sure, for chapter 1, everyone has clear, okay? No question, no comment about chapter 1. Please say yes, type yes. Let me know. Okay, thank you, Dominic, Jacob, Vanessa. Okay, great. All right. So I want to conclude chapter 1. Okay, based on your responses. Okay. So chapter 1, definition, some components of straight measurement. We cleared. Okay. Then next time we are talk about chapter 2, right? Chapter 2 is about what? External environment. Environment. Okay. So outside me. Okay. Environment. External, internal environment. We are going to talk about two types of environment. External environment you cannot control. This is the definition of external environment. Okay. So when you read the chapter 2, external environment, oh, external environment, I cannot control. This is external environment. Keep in mind. Okay. Great. Good discussions. Very impressive. I love it. Okay. Any other question? Any other comment before we go? No? Okay. Then I will see you on Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Okay. I will see you on Wednesday. You did a great job today. Okay. Thank you so much. I will see you on Wednesday.